Cool. So what are your hopes for next year?
Well, next year it's great because we have TV on CBS Sports covered. It's going to be covered by CBS Sports this year, the whole Trans Am season. And that means TA2 is going to be on TV, and also our TA races are going to be on TV. Live stream will be free, unlike last year where there was a charge for that. So that'll be free to the public. So it's pretty exciting, and we're expanding. Hopefully, our goal is to run 2 TA2 cars with our team, and I'll be running my Trans Am car, my TA car, and hopefully we have a second car, and hopefully we'll be able to find somebody to fill that seat. You know, we're searching hard right now for sponsors to come on board to help cover that cost, and you know, who knows who you'll see in that seat. You know, maybe legends. Maybe we'll get Morissette in that car, and Paul Menard from NASCAR. You know, we'll put him in the car. He's a friend of ours, so you know, we might have a star-studded cast coming there. Who knows? Maybe Jimmy Johnson will drive it. You never know.
That's really cool. I didn't realize you know so many people. That's really cool.
You know, really, racing is a small world. You know, it seems really big, but you know, the more you get around and the more you hang around in the game, you really meet a lot of cool people, and they really are nice. You see all these drivers fighting with each other on NASCAR, but really in real life, they're pretty nice people.
And they're usually friends outside the track. That's the thing, you know.
It's sort of like wrestling. You know, they act all mean, you know, mad at each other and fight each other. But, you know, sometimes I think that's just for TV ratings.
Yeah, and like with Bo Lamastis and Bill Hines getting into it with Stadium Super Trucks and Allison and Yarborough, you know.
Right.
It's really impressive when they can have that adrenaline flow and get into it, but then at the end of the day, they're still friends.
Yeah, right. I think, you know, on the track, we all turn into racers, you know. We're super aggressive. We all want to win. We all want to do well. But when you take the helmet off, we're really friends, and you really have to respect each other because, you know, we're going really fast and we're racing each other very close, and you know, one wrong move could be a disaster, you know. So we really respect ourselves from that perspective, but we're still hard racers once we're in the car. So, you know, we like to, you know, at least for me, I'm friends with everybody in the paddock, and you know, try to be anyway. And if you have an issue out on the track, we try to resolve it after the race and just talk it through and say, hey, you know, if it was my fault, I apologize every time. You know, it's like, hey, and it's never really intentional. You know, you don't intentionally crash somebody just because you can. Now in NASCAR, I know they do that, but I don't do that. If I did, I was just a little too aggressive, got into somebody, but it wasn't intentional. So, you know, we always work it out afterwards, and then we shake hands, and then we go on to the next race.
Yeah, that's really a class act for you to do, because that's one of the things I don't like about NASCAR is you know, the intentional wrecking and, you know, wrecking drivers, putting them in the wall like Gordon and Boyer. I think there's a better way to resolve things like that than using your car as a weapon.
Yeah, and you know, those cars are super expensive. I know ours are really expensive, and to put, you know, to wreck your car owner's car like that, that's, you know, that's money out of his pocket. You get paid to win, you don't get paid to wreck.
Yeah, good way to put it, and I'm with you on that. And fire away more questions, Justin.
So just a couple more questions, and then I'm sure Doug and I will wrap this up. Have you talked to Rick Hendrick himself? You seem to know a lot of people in racing, like Roger Pensy, that you spoke about earlier, getting to know him. Have you had an opportunity to talk to Rick, Kyle Larson, or any of those drivers he's got in his stable right now?
I haven't, and I really would like to meet Rick Hendrick because he's got an incredible car collection, and he's always at Barrett Jackson and buying that serial number 1 Corvette or whatever the new hot car is that's coming out. He's always buying the very first serial number of the run of those cars. And he's got an incredible car collection. I'd love to see that. I collect Camaros, and I know he's got some. And, obviously my collection isn't anything near what he has, but, I'm into that kind of thing. And I'd love to talk to him about it, just walk through his museum or whatever and see that. I'd also like to see the workshop. A NASCAR workshop's pretty cool and how clean it is and sanitary. But, all that changes this coming year because they're going to the new car, and it's really the same car. They don't build their cars anymore from scratch. They buy the car from NASCAR. So a lot of things are going to change in that world. My team, we're in Nashville today and we're working on our cars right next door here, getting ready. But we are moving to Charlotte. The team is mainly because the parts and the workers in the racing industry, Charlotte's the hub of the world, right? I mean, at least in the United States. And so we're going to move over there, and it's just going to make it easier for us to build our cars quicker, make them faster. All the suppliers are there, and it's a good location for us to get to at least half the races. It's closer and logistically easier. So anyway, that's kind of what we're doing. But no, I haven't met any of those famous guys. I mean, Boris Cedric, Paul Menard, those are about the only NASCAR drivers that I've met.
I see what you mean. Do you keep in touch with Penske or the other owners you've mentioned at all, or?
No, not really. I mean, you can. Roger Penske owns the Indianapolis Speedway. He's a pretty busy guy. I don't have conversations with him, but I do talk with a lot of the drivers, other team owners. Rick Ware, who was a really good friend of mine in the 80s. He's from California now. He's a big team owner, and he's partners in an IndyCar team as well as a NASCAR team. Cody Ware, his son, is racing. So it's kind of cool to see each other, later on in life. We knew each other. I knew him when he was a teenager, and now we're old men. So it's kind of cool.
That's great to hear. What are your hopes for the future?
Well, at my stage in life, at 65 years old, I feel pretty good, really good, actually. And I look good too. But my goal is just to enjoy life. I've led a fantastic life. You see the kind of cars I race. I've surfed huge waves. I've skied steep mountains. I'm a pilot. I've flown incredible planes. And I race incredible race cars. I'm married to a wonderful woman, got 2 great kids, and I got businesses that just kick butt, and I have fun. Retirement's not in my future. I love coming to work every day. It's so much fun. Retiring and not doing anything, sitting on the couch, is just not in the cards for me ever. So, I'm just going to keep doing what I keep doing now as long as I possibly can.
That's great to hear. And we hope that your team will win the championship next year.
Hey, that's what we're going for, man.
We'll definitely try to make it to Nashville too. I want to take that
All
offer.
right. You guys know how to get a hold of me. Look me up. I'll make it happen.
All right, cool. So everyone, I want to thank Ken and Justin for appearing on the channel. Check out Ken right here and check out Justin right here. And we'll see you next time for the next episode of Stories from Motorsports.